Good day everyone, Ali's here from Safi Financial Network. Today is March 17, 2023. Here is the weekly edition for our daily analysis. Today we had option expiry for the month of March, which was a quadruple witch in option X for the first quarter of 2023. And the volume was pretty decent, like 135 million for now, so it can spike to 140 million. All in all, it was very high volume week, I should say. So I showed this in my yesterday video. Let me just show it again here now. So here's the volume for today. This is S&P 500 ETF SPY, and the other days, look at that. So the weekdays volume was pretty decent. All of them above 100 million. So this is exactly what we call institutional level. So this candle is institutional level. So if we go down next week or so, that could be the next resistance or the next supply area, I should say, for lots of traders if you want to get back to the long side. So that's going to be your target. If it breaks above this level, I mean like a 4,000 level, so that's the decent one, then we can say this is a very pretty nice pivot for the market, at least intermediate bottom for the month of March. So all in all, when I'm saying this, because months of March, I was looking for a bottom for the stock market. And there are lots of indicators showing me that even in my previous analysis, like since February, January, even in my forecast, I just told you guys, you can just find the link above as well for my forecast. Months of March is going to be pivotal point for the market. Next week, we will have Federal Reserve meeting for months of March, and they're gonna just make a decision about the rate hike. Are they gonna stop the rate hike? Are they gonna pause? That would be very bullish signal for the market. 25 basis point, market, some people don't like it, some people like it. It's better than 50 basis point. We will get back to the yield later in this video, but all in all, I should say 22nd of the March is going to be important day, which is going to be Wednesday. But before that, on Monday, we have spring equinox, which is very important pivotal point for the market. So we are getting to kind of forming the bottoming formation. It is coming along with my first target, which is this box. We just pierced it and then coming back up. So 3,700 to 3,800, that's going to be the level that I was looking for the bottom, which is coming along to this pivotal point, coming along with this wide range bar, nice demand area. So all in all, when you see such a this price action, this tells me that market is pretty close to the bottom, or at least we did the bottom actually just this current week. So the bullish people should be happy, just because I think that market is bottomed already, but we will see how it goes next week. If we fail, if this analysis fails and market goes down, still there is going to be areas here, areas there. So 32 to 3400, 35 to 3600, that's going to be the levels. But these levels are getting lower possibility, just because, as I said, when we are just moving forward and market hold up pretty well this area, that could be a bottoming formation for the market. Momentum wise, we are getting back to the over sold condition. Not right there exactly, but this is previous pivot, market spike to the upside. So this is kind of like a range. But in weekly, we have 1 or 2 week for the bottom. So that's why I was looking for second half of the March. We see the bottom for the stock market. And MACD is coming down. So MACD is giving us a sell signal. I know lots of people probably get excited about this. And but when I say this, and when I see RSI still holding up pretty well, pretty close to the 50%, I should say momentum wise, we are okay. We are not in a bad situation at all. So there is another indicator or sentiment indicator I just want to show you. Here is AAII, which is a sentiment indicator for investors. And this one, let me just pull it out here. So this one is very, very bullish. So when you see the bullish rate here is 19%, bearish people is 48%. The last one, um, or historic one, is 60%, and that was the market bottom. And we had a very, very nice rally to the upside. That was, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that was a September, so pretty close to the October bottom. And after that, you saw that the October bottom market just had a very, very nice spike to the upside. So September, October market bottom, just 20 days after this. So right now we are getting at to extreme bearish. So when readings are bearish, market is inclined to make a bottom there, especially when we have a large volume there. Here's the historical averages. So you see historical averages, market pretty bullish, like 37 bullish, but right now we are at 19 bullish. So sentiment gives me kind of like a bullish inclination rather than bearish. I know sentiment is bearish, but this is contrary indicator. This is not a direct indicator or so. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to the daily chart, because that was a weekly. Moving on to the daily chart. So daily chart is giving us kind of like a breakout. So this is a level, institution level, the one that I was talking about yesterday. We had a back test going up to this area. Look at that. So here is the void range bar. Here is the supply area. So we just get back there and coming back down sharply, seated at 39.16, which is top of this consolidation area. So if market hold up pretty well and then another advance to the upside, that could be the next level, which is about 4,000, like 4,050, I should say. That's going to be the level. I believe we are getting back to the bullish momentum. It just take a time. I'm not sure if it's going to be a spike or so, but it's going to take its time, especially in Nasdaq. When you go to the Nasdaq chart, I will show you later. Nasdaq just forming very, very bullish pattern there. So stochastic wise for RSI, we just got back from the oversold condition. MACD is giving us buy signal. Stochastic is just had its crossover just 2-3 days ago, like on March 15th. So that's a bullish sign as well. So all in all, when I see this, I would say cautiously I'm biased to the bull side. But if we hold this area, if it doesn't hold this area, so it can go down all the way to 36 to 3700. So that's going to be the level. But ultimately, I'm looking for this one, at least for the months of May. June, that's going to be the area that I'm looking for the market. So moving on to Nasdaq, let me go to Nasdaq because Nasdaq forms very, very nicely bullish consolidation in weekly chart. Look at that. So this is a very, very nice bull flag. I was looking for another downside move to here, then upside. But look at the weekly candle. So weekly candle just a close above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, last 5 weeks. So this is very, very bullish. And if we have a follow through, so that's going to be a bullish signal for the market. At least we can say Nasdaq can go to this area. That's going to be the first level. And the second level, I should say, Nasdaq can go all the way up to here. So that's going to be very, very spicy target of 14,300, but 13,240, that's going to be available probably for next week. If Federal Reserve again is coming back with lower than expectation rate hike, that's going to be a very, very bullish signal, especially for technology. As we saw today in gold, and bond yield shows the same thing as well. So we will see how it goes, but this one is very, very bullish on the weekly chart. Daily chart shows the same thing. So daily chart, we just got back above this trend line. We had a very, very nice surge up. Today candle just at 4.40. So this is like after hours. No big deal at all. So this is just a pullback. We had a very, very nice rally. We need to have like a build up consolidation. If it consolidates here, that's going to spike up to 13,000 to 13,200 for the first level. The second level is going to be 14,000 here up there. So which is going to back to this supply area right there. So We'll see how it goes. Moving on to the Dow Jones, which was the weakest one, I believe. I didn't check Russell today, but Dow Jones, I usually check Nasdaq, S&P, and Dow Jones. But Dow Jones had a nice downtick today. So this is people probably asking me why nice, because when there is a divergence at the top and bottom, so that tells me something. Dow Jones forming a bearish consolidation, especially in daily chart, but look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart tells me nothing basically. So weekly chart is coming back down, back test this trend line, and this is the area that I was looking for. Here's the dynamic trend line. Here's the back test for the trend line. So these ones are coming along to each other. Ideal scenario would be Dow Jones just have like another spike down to here to 30,000, but I'm not sure if we get there. So this is a very, very nice QM pattern. So look at that. Here is the left shoulder, here is the head, and now it's forming the right shoulder on the QM pattern. It's not head and shoulder, because head and shoulder you will have kind of like a neckline, but this one, this pivotal point is above this pivotal point. If you haven't seen my QM pattern, make sure watch the video just down below in description. I put it down there. It was a very, very nice educational course. It's free for everyone, so you will understand what pattern I'm talking about. And also this one is coming along with this wide range bar, middle of this wide range bar, my favorite place again, and coming back to this trend line. So all in all, when I see Dow Jones today, it was kind of like expectation for the market getting down technically, and also crude and financials are still weak, but they are getting back up. They're getting back up. Sentiments getting better, so those ones are gonna back to the bull run, and that's why I'm looking for Dow Jones new all-time high 2023. So we'll see how it goes. Dow Jones is the first index that you can see momentum wise we are getting to the oversold condition, and it's pretty close to another reversal. And when reversal is happening, look at that. So this is going to be the spike that we can expect from the Dow Jones, and that's going to be a good one. So Dow Jones is on my radar. I got back into long position for the Dow Jones, and I will accumulate more if it gets down more to 30,000 area. So here is the daily chart. Again, daily chart, we'll see like there is a divergence here, and also stochastic is showing a reversal. So there are two confirmation is coming from different time frames. Weekly, we got back to, here is the weekly again. We got back into oversold conditions, so probably reversal is happening next week or so. Daily is confirming that we are in oversold, and this is a bull reversal happening. So dual time frame showing the same thing. That's going to be the great signal that you can get from this one. So I'm looking for this one as a accumulation, not distribution, accumulation for another signal to the top. The first target is here, the second target here, pull back for the third target here, and then new all-time high. So we will see how it goes. Okay, so moving on to the yield. Yield just smashed down to the 7.57% down. So 0.31 basis, I should say, yield just got back to the low. This is very, very ugly price action, I should say. And I have to say, yield topped here, and any pullback could be a selling opportunity for another spike down to here. This ending diagonal can rip to the downside, then upside. So I'm not looking for buy here. I'm looking for selling the rip. Any selling opportunity comes to this one, I would take it, to be honest, especially this one to around this area. So that's going to be the nice level, 4% to 4.25%. That's going to be a good selling opportunity for yield. Yield is pricing somehow Federal Reserve is not hiking the rate. They're going to pause next week, so we will see how it goes. But take it from me, if Federal Reserve pause or they don't accelerate the rate, so this is what yield actually is telling us, because right now it's at 33.84 and Fed fund rate is above this. So Federal Reserve is okay based on this. And this accelerates TLT. So when yield is coming down, TLT goes up. TLT is forming very, very nice bullish signal here. I should say this is a nice consolidation area. Let it consolidate more for another spike to the upside. 120, 115 to 120, that's going to be a first target. And I should say 132 to 140, that's going to be the least target for 2023, 2024. Gold had a marvelous move to the upside. There is no sellers at all. Just a smoke. All the sellers put their stop loss here, spike up, and stop hunt all those sellers. Still, buying pressure is there, sitting at 1988. Gold can go to new all-time high this year, so there is no surprise for me. This is a long in the tooth, overstretched, parabolic, something like this. If it gets a pullback, which we get pulled back, but gold is very, very spicy, to be honest, and wild in its movement to the upside or downside. So if it gets us any up buying opportunity, we'll take that. I was expecting this happen around here, but it didn't give us opportunity to get it cheap. So gold is getting to the upside. So we'll see how it goes. Crude just failed to hold this area. So this doji bar, two dojis, two shadows. I thought that this is going to be a bottoming formation for another spike to 74, then coming down. But seems like it doesn't have enough momentum to the upside. Just reversing back down to 61 to 63. We will see how it goes. VIX had an uptick today, 10% up. Very, very nice consolidation. Bears are taking control above 27. Bulls are taking control below 22. So VIX is showing consolidation. I'm not sure if it's going to be another spike to the upside. In Federal Reserve meeting, it can happen. But if you see it spikes up and then coming down, so that's going to be the end for VIX. We didn't have like a crazy spike in VIX for a long time. Like, I mean, like for 2-3 years, we didn't see that. So probably that's going to be just a correction for the market as well. Dixie had a downtick today. So dollar doesn't have enough momentum to the upside. Again, as I said, this is a corrective rally, and that would be the ideal scenario if dollar peaked at 109, 110. So that's going to be great selling opportunity. I'm not sure if we get there, but if we get there, that's going to be great selling opportunity. So don't miss that opportunity. Apple. Moving on to some technology sectors. Apple had a downtick today. It was not a big deal, just getting to the resistance area. Weekly candle was pretty bullish for Apple. Look at that. So, but this is a forming reverse head and shoulder. If it break above 156, 163 is going to be on the card. So we will see how it goes. But Apple hold up pretty well above 150. Amazon is the next one. Downtick today compared to last 4 days. Amazon need to have like kind of a resting or consolidation here around this area for another spike to 110 to 115. So I'm looking for the short-term target here after consolidation or pullback. But if it goes straight to the upside, it's going to take out this pivotal point as well. So lots of sellers here, 110, but I think it's going to stretch up to the upside, something like Nvidia. Meta had a downtick today, pretty sharp downtick, and it was like all sellers all day. 4.55% down, 195. Still, I'm looking for this one as a best stock in technology sector. If you haven't got a chance to look at my video on Meta, make sure I just put a link there. So Meta is very, very nice stock. It is cheap. I know lots of people are saying 195. Yes, we got a video here when it was like somewhere around 140 or something. I was looking for a pullback to accumulate. I had this one in my investment portfolio. I wouldn't sell it. If it goes down something like this, that's going to be a great buying opportunity. So it just happened 2-3 years or 4 years once. So you should take that one as like an advantage. Microsoft had an uptick today, pretty nice uptick to be honest. But Microsoft goes to this gap based on previous level that we recognized yesterday. So here's the gap around 280 to 282. So this gap just appears and then coming back down, reversal happening here. So this is a supply area. Now this supply is gone. This is just a pressure, selling pressure from this gap. When this gap is consolidated and filled, then we should see Microsoft getting back above a 300 level. So we'll see how it goes, but pullback could be a good buying opportunity. Google had an uptick today, so Google is just paving its way. And I believe this one is getting back to this area, 124. Right now it's at 101. So Google, I know this is a gigantic bear flag consolidation to the downside, but this is kind of like accumulating more. And if we get above this area, so we should see a Google 124 in 2023 at least. So that's going to be 25% minimum uptick for or benefit for Google. So I believe this is the bottom, at least for now. Still, this area would be fantastic buying opportunity. It didn't give us chance. Probably later, who knows? Probably it can come back to here and we will accumulate more. But for now, we are just staying on the side. We keep our positions in our investment portfolio and let it run and see where it goes. Netflix downtick today, and Netflix was like one of those stocks that needs to have more choppy consolidation down to form the bottom here. So 251, 270, 275, that's going to be available still. It's going to be available chance for Netflix. So we'll see how it goes. Tesla had a downtick today. So Tesla just had a bounce, and this bounce probably is coming back down to here. So if next week we'll see Tesla somewhere around from 47, 166, you shouldn't be surprised, especially on Fed day. So again, next week it's going to be like a shaking for the market, for the bulls and bears. And I believe next week market will find its way. So if it goes down, then coming back up, that would be fantastic buying opportunity. I should say next week is going to be a very, very decisive moment for the market, and it's going to be a Fed meeting as well, economics, everything. SMH, Semiconductor Index, we had a downtick after nice move yesterday. So it's just option expiry game planning, and this is a forming like a bull flag after breaking out this. This is a consolidation. I was looking for a downside to get buyback, but it didn't give us chance. This is a bull flag. This bull flag can stretch out to 287. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for, and we'll see how it goes. SOX, the same pattern, bull flag 473, that's going to be the level. TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor, it's having uptick today. It's pretty small uptick, like a short benefit, just 17 cents. But this one, if it engulfs 92, that's going to pave its way for 103. So we'll see how it goes. AMD, another uptick today. So AMD is in powerhouse now. So this one can be the next NVIDIA, who knows? But NVIDIA, we will get back to that one. AMD 101 is going to be a resistance. If it take out and hold above this 101, the 118 is going to be the buying target place. NVIDIA, I think this is the top, guys. Between 270, between here and 270, that's going to be the top. I've done lots of calculation. Probably I will come up with special video for just this one this weekend. And I think NVIDIA, based on the monthly chart, not a weekly, not a daily, monthly chart, this one has been topped. So if you see this one is coming back down, and that would be the crash for NVIDIA. So we'll see how it goes. Texas Instrument, downtick, just that this dynamic trend line is gonna be a massive resistance for it for now. So we'll see how it goes. But Texas Instrument needs to work on it to get back to the bullish or bearish. So it's kind of very, very choppy, to be honest. It doesn't give me any information for now. Lamb Research, downtick. This is just a consolidation. We backtest this, getting back up. So we'll see how it goes. But Lamb Research can go ultimately to 643 to 661. We'll see how it goes. Okay, folks, that was the weekly edition for this week, and hope you enjoy the weekend, and Happy New Year for all those Persian folks. Hope next year will be great, wealthy, healthy for you folks, and عید شما مبارک. امیدوارم که سال خیلی خیلی خوبی داشته باشید. سالم و سلامت باشید همراه خانوادتون. And sorry for the Persian compliment to Persian friends here. And have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye bye.